Howdy Tubes, welcome back to Johnson's Garage. I know it's been a while since I made a video. Been busy trying to survive while I'm in between jobs, so I haven't really been making any videos, but I've been working on mowing yards and working on other vehicles. I've actually got a Porsche that will be coming up later. We're just trying to find the part to do it. I've got some other stuff I gotta do with the car. That'll be in a video. But anyways, the Subaru has decided that it wants attention, and unfortunately, I've got to put a clutch in it. Again. So I didn't buy this car. Got it for free in 2022. Was featured on this channel quite a while ago, and I got this car for free, but it needed a clutch, and that's why it was parked. So it had a clutch kit with it. I think it was just a pressure plate, throwout bearing, and a clutch disc, and nothing else. But this one has gotten to a point where the flywheel is toast. Like ring gear teeth are gone, so it grinds when you go to start it once in a while. I'm having an issue now. I think it's starting to become the same issue when I first got it, where the throwout bearing and pressure plate were completely trashed. I think this one is getting to that point, which is weird because I don't ride the clutch when I'm at a stoplight, and I oftentimes shift without using the clutch because this car is very easy to drive without using the clutch pedal. I've got a new clutch on order. Gotta say a big thanks to Pops for sponsoring this one. He actually has bought a lot of parts for this car when we built it for the Gambler, like new struts and steering rack and tires and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, thanks Pops for helping out. That'll save me because this is my daily driver. My backup daily driver is my 85 F-150, but this gets 20 miles to the gallon, whereas a truck about 14. So it's really hard when you're broke to drive the truck. You know, you gotta love Subaru. They make it so the hood opens up at almost a 90-degree angle. I could open it more, but my light bar wiring is kind of tugging on it. But yeah, I put a ratchet strap on there and hold it up, and I can pull the whole motor without having to the AC is empty, and it is. Get our safety bolt out for the transmission. Looks like I got everything disconnected. I don't see anything else hooked up. The lower motor mount nuts are off. The exhaust is laying on the ground. Everything's unhooked. Yeah, let's see what happens. go. Up and at 'em. It's out now. Let's bring her back and see what's going on with that clutch. It was really getting bad. Well, I mean, it was really bad when I first got the car, but you could put it in reverse, push the clutch in all the way, and you could hear it go all the way, and the clutch pedal feels great. But you could crank it, then you break off, and the thing would roll backwards just a little bit. So, and there's a screechy, squealy, mostly mousy sounding sound when this happens, and I think it's either the pilot bearing seizing up on the input shaft, or something's going on with the throttle bearing. So, well, here it is. Just a quick little glance here. The pilot bearing is very crunchy. Crunchy, kind of stiff. What do you think we are, 12? Yeah. So yeah, we got a new kit coming on the way. Flywheel, pilot bearing, throwout bearing, clutch disc, new pressure plate, and it's supposedly a heavy duty kit for this. It's relatively inexpensive, under 200 bucks. Pending this video. I'll put a link down in the description for it if it works out great. Don't know the longevity on it. This was an eBay clutch that came with this car, and it's been through some stuff, and I think I just need to change it. Put a new flywheel on. This is still warm from me driving it earlier. Well, it's not terribly bad. It's definitely getting worn down, but this guy right here is got heat cracks and all kinds of stuff in here. I'm starting to wonder if maybe the pressure plate's kind of failing. I mean, this is a little crunchy, but unless it's got some preload from the transmission input shaft, that might do it. Alright, so after I got the clutch installed and put the motor back in, I did everything else off camera just because it got a bit tedious and I didn't want to have too much video that I'm just going to cut out anyways. But after I got the engine running, ran kind of poor, and I found out I forgot a vacuum hose. So I plugged that in and got it running half decent. It's still got some issues. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But the big thing is, with the new clutch, was able to resolve the issue. I'm pretty sure that pilot bearing was locking up and causing the input shaft to continue spinning. So now that issue has gone away. Also, it needed a new flywheel really bad, and you guys saw the old clutch when I took it apart. It was pretty much toast. The clutch disc itself is technically fine, but just the pressure plate and the flywheel were absolutely toast. Now, I will say the clutch pedal is a lot firmer than it was before. The clutch does grab pretty good. I've been mostly happy with it so far. However, I do need to adjust the clutch pedal, which I'm going to do at a later date, because the clutch disengagement happens at almost like the bottom of the pedal. So it's really weird to drive, because you have to make sure you push that clutch pedal in all the way or else it will not release. So that's something I'll have to work on, and I also have to deal with its poor running condition. I'm not sure what's going on. I think there's probably a vacuum hose underneath the intake manifold that could be rotting away and leaking. So it's got kind of a weird startup, hunting idle, rough run, and then it kind of clears up and then it's mostly normal. It's not using any coolant. I checked the spark plugs, they looked fine. I did re-gap them just to because they got some miles on them, not terribly worn or anything, but I just went ahead and re-gapped those. I adjusted the valves off camera, and for the most part it runs pretty decent, but there is still definitely a little bit of a vacuum leak somewhere that I have yet to figure out. And then if that doesn't solve it, then I'm going to probably do an engine swap or something on it. I don't know. That's just me. Doesn't want to run right? Swap the engine. But anyways, that'll be it for this video. And I thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.